It's a great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. For this defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Johnson's got it complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. That means your offense has to keep pace.
Lawrence. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On third down, Winston sliding out of the pocket. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. From the gun, Winston. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Winston now to throw on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to go up top again. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Here we go. Hey, check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He dumps it off for Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off in his own 47.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. It's caught. It's Chenault again.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Shark calls it in.
Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Looking
to throw again on second down. Winston. It's complete to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Jameis now on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. On 1st and 10, Winston. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 6. Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Winston to throw for it. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around, and they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield, but this time they send him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll get that underneath Etienne. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Winston. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And now a high kick trying to pin them back. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Near the 44. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Under pressure, they got him again. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way down to the 12. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this